When you're working with suspended ceilings, acoustic ceilings with sound absorbers, there's one thing that you have to be careful about. Let me show you here. If you've got, usually, this is the floor slab, and then there's going to be some kind of plenum here where you hide a lot of installations and stuff. So you will have a suspended ceiling on a certain height, like so. D. Now, if D is somewhere between 200 and 400 millimeters, you could choose a 20 millimeter absorber and you'll be fine. However, if this D increases, which it often does, I've seen that now in many projects, you can even have like D is 1000, then a 20 millimeter absorber is not enough. You need to increase the thickness of it. And the reason why is that there will be a certain wavelength that's going to fit just like this. Let me draw the particle velocity here. Oh, I have to do it again. It's not good enough. This is the particle velocity of this frequency. And you see the particle velocity is 0 here. That's a problem. This wavelength, this frequency, is going to go straight through this one as if it weren't there. So you will get a significant reduction in sound absorption performance for certain frequencies that are integer multiples of this D. So in that case, you need to increase the thickness of your absorber and go for usually a 40 millimeter. And now this absorber is so thick that the null point here, you can't get this occurrence where you have where you have 0 particle velocity just where you put the absorber. So by increasing the thickness, you will get decent performance overall. And if you were to look at this with regards to alpha, sound absorption coefficient from 0 to 1, 0 or 100% absorption, then if you have the thick absorber, you're gonna have this behavior, thick. Usually when I mean thick, I say like 40 millimeters or more, but it could be also 100. And if you have a thin one on a significant plenum height, you will get this multiple that's coming back and forth. And then it can look like this instead. And as you see, that can be a problem, because if you have certain frequencies where you have no absorption, it's gonna be like, what's it called? Burkigt ljud. So it's gonna sound strange. The room response will be not that pleasant. So don't forget about this. If you have the large plenum height and you have sensitive rooms, go for the thick absorber. It's very important. Another nice benefit if you're working in wooden constructions is that a thicker absorber also has more sound insulation. You get a couple of extra decibels through that one. And that means that the flanking transmission, let's say you have a continuous CLT slab, for instance, and you have a separating wall. If you then add a thick sound absorber, you will also improve the flanking transmission, which is a good thing. And in today's video, I'm wearing patterns and patterns. And one thing that you have to be careful with when you choose patterns is that they must be of different sizes. Because if you have the same size on the squares on your shirt and your jacket, it can look quite confusing. But these ones, they are... Now, you know what? I see this thick, dark gray line pattern. Actually, they're rectangles, so it's not the same. But they are of the same size, so you see what I mean here. It's a bit too close for comfort, this, actually. Maybe I should not use this one, but... it works! It gets the job done. See ya.